Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sam from Viral Media Network, and I'm back with the knowledge cards, civil rights knowledge cards. It's day 22. Originally did this in February for Black History Month, and of course, as if you've seen the previous videos, got caught up doing work and other things, family responsibilities and commitments. Couldn't finish it up, so I decided to finish it up in March. And we're on the 22nd day. We're almost done, but we're going to do 31 days because we're now in March instead of 28. This deck has 48 cards in it, so we're not going to get to all of them, but maybe we'll do, let's see, 31 minus, this is 17. We'll do 17 some other time or some other month as a makeup or something. Yesterday we did the sit-ins, and so this side is the side that we've already done. I flipped them over. There's words on the other side, and you can see how. So this is the side we haven't picked, and we're almost halfway. As you can see, this is the side we haven't done. It's slightly thicker by like 3 cards or 2 cards or something, but yeah, because 22 versus 26, and then when we get to 24 we'll be at half, math, yay. So anyways, shuffle it 3 times, and then I pull a card and read it, and we do my initial reaction to the card and to the subject matter, what I already knew, and maybe things I didn't know, and then how I could maybe apply it to things that are going on in today's world. And so I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any experience with this specific subject or anything with the civil rights movement or any sort of fight for equality and justice in today's time, even maybe you've been a part of police brutality protest, George Floyd, Mike Brown. And I lost a card. That was a crappy shuffle, so I'm going to do it again. And that will be the 3rd one, and then I'll draw a card. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to draw from Le Middle. All right. The Selma Campaign. Now, this has been referenced in a lot of the other cards we've already drawn. In January 1965, Martin Luther King Jr. and other civil rights leaders targeted Selma, Alabama, where only 1 in every 800 eligible black voters were registered, for a campaign to secure voting rights. Demonstrators began by marching to the courthouse several times. They decided to march to the state capital, Montgomery. On March 7th, when King was out of town, 600 marchers led by Hosea Williams and John Lewis tried to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge outside Selma when they were attacked by helmeted Alabama state troopers on horseback. On March 21st, the marchers returned, guarded by federal troops, to make the 4-day, 54-mile walk to Montgomery. King and Ralph Abernathy, who we read about, I think he was one of the first guys we read about, that's him with the newspaper, led marchers in this photograph. Nearly 30,000 people joined in the final 3-mile stretch. The Selma Campaign focused national attention on the issue of voting rights in the South, leading to the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So, Ralph Abernathy, we picked, I believe it was day 1 or day 2, one of the earlier days. No, E.D. Nixon was the first day. I think Ralph was maybe the 3rd or 4th day. Sorry about that. I don't even know my own content. Well, when you do these one a day, and I'm so focused on doing the next one, and I'm also editing a new podcast that's coming up. Look out for that with Leah T. And then organizing other those and doing some professional shoots. So, anyways, a little distracted on who exactly I did when, but this is obviously a very major part in the civil rights movement of the 60s that, again, led to the Voting Rights Act. One of the things you should have learned in school that I certainly learned, and it definitely sticks out. And then for younger viewers that are watching, if there's anyone watching here that's under 35, which I doubt, but hey, more power to you if you're watching this old guy talk. So you might know of the movie Selma that was about this time period. But again, like other cards that we pulled, as far as the state police and the governor being against integration, and so like with the Little Rock Nine, having state troopers prevent these 9 students from going to school. Well, when the federal troops come in, that supersedes the state troops, you know. So this is another case where that happened. And if first you don't succeed, try again, which they did. It's funny that, you know, it took Dr. Martin Luther King to come back in order for them to march across the bridge into Montgomery. But that just shows how of an important role he was. You know, no disrespect to the other organizers. But, again, you know, it wasn't just a march. It wasn't just a protest. There was something behind the march. They were soliciting people to vote. They were educating people how to vote. They were giving them voting literacy, you know, in some of the other cards that we've picked before. And so anyways, just very phenomenal time in our history and a victory for the movement. The Selma Campaign, not only the march to Montgomery, from Selma to Montgomery, but also, you know, the voting initiative that eventually led to the Voting Rights Act. So that's day 22 of the knowledge cards put on by the Library of Congress. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sam from Viral Media Network. We'll see you tomorrow for day 23. And again, be kind to one another, love one another, respect each other's opinions, but also find empathy and a common ground on how to get along, because as much as we are different, we're also very much the same. With that, be well to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow.